Hey everyone, I want to introduce you to a program that's kind of brand new. I mean, it's not been out for over a year. To be honest with you, it's still a little buggy. It works pretty good when it works, but you might find along the way that it's kind of not doing too well on some ends. And what it's really struggling with right now is authentication and registration. But I'll show you a way around that anyway. This program is called Infogr.am, Infogr.am. It has a very unusual file extension there of the .am. And it's a program that allows you to go in and put your data in and spit out a very impressive, very nice looking infographic. And guys, I can't tell you anything that we talk about more in advertising PR in terms of content and creating content than the infographic. I tell you why that is. It tells a story very quick. It's very visual. It looks very nice on your corporate blog or some other place that you can put it. And probably the biggest thing is it is ultimately spreadable like a YouTube video. So if I find or come across a very interesting, very telling infographic, it's really, really easy for me to post it to my Facebook page, to tweet about that, heck, just to email it to somebody. I've done that before as well, just to kind of have them take a look and get their interpretation. So you're going to hear a lot more about infographics in the next 3 to 5 years in terms of their viability in a content way. The ability to kind of synthesize data and tell a story with it is going to be absolutely critical going forward. So here's a cool little program that will give us a taste of that from a strategic level of how we use this to tell a story about those things that we're thinking about in thought leadership, those things that we said we were going to be the experts at. So here's probably the hardest part of infographics is logging into this thing. Now, there's two different ways here. You can log in with a username and password. Here's what you get, a sign-in screen. And of course, if you've never been here before, you're going to have to register. You just click on the registration screen, give yourself a username, email, and a password. And then when you click register, what's going to happen is whatever you put in that email box right there, it's going to send you an email for you to go click on and then come back to the site. Now that's the part that I don't think they've quite got mastered yet, because I've clicked on the email several times and it's not actually let me in and gone ahead and build my infographic. What I've found much easier, better, faster, stronger to do is just come right down here and connect with either my Facebook or Twitter account. This has worked every single time, so they must really want you to use this badly because the other registration thing doesn't work all that well yet. So what you do is just come down here and click Facebook. And I've already logged in with my Facebook credentials, and there's my happy picture up here in the left-hand corner. So when you click on Facebook or click on Twitter, just use those credentials. Those are instantly recognized by the program, and then it takes you right to this development screen. So that's the easiest way I can tell you how to get in here. Go ahead and try the email registration if you want to. Again, it's very likely that you'll have much more luck with it than I have. But it's well worth it once you get inside here. You can go through these different things. Library, they've yet to build their store, a new chart, a new infographic, and what we're going to be doing is building one of these infographics. And like most things you see out there, these are all templated graphics. I'm just going to click through a few here so you can see the different things that you can do. And this is important, and this is where we get into really the strategy of building one of these things, is you've got to find a data set first that somehow tells a story about your topic. Then you have to really analyze that data set to see which one of these might work best. And again, you can do any of these. These are kind of just the background templates that you might use. In fact, I'm going to pick this yellow in here for no particular reason. I just kind of like it. And all of them open this same way. You've got a double click to add text up here where you can add a title. You can come down here and double click and add a quote or some other text. And then here in the body is your actual chart itself. Now if you double click on the chart itself, you'll see over here it actually opens up the data table that's creating the chart that you see right there. See how cool that is? So again, this is all in real time. You can see Western Europe and then 1870, and if you look over here, Western Europe, and again you can follow those lines as those numbers go up. You can see that from 3 to 7,857. See how that works? So that the process becomes finding a chartograph that you want to use that'll tell your story, and then replacing the dummy text, if you will, with your own text, with your own numbers, with your own data set. You can also upload a data set if you want to. If you have an Excel spreadsheet or you have any other, I think it actually accepts 2 or 3 different kinds of data sets. But you can actually upload that and it will appear right here. It has to be formatted like this in your data table, but it'll actually jump right into your page and automatically create this. So it's a very powerful program. I hope that they get some of the little bugs worked out of it here in the next 6 months to a year, but it's very powerful. So what we're going to do is create one of these things from some data. And again, that's the next part of this, is once I have the tools and technology, I'm ready to go. Now I've got to find some data out there that will help me tell the story that I'm trying to tell. So that's the next video we're going to look at, is how to find some data. Okay, thanks.